YouTube, what's happening? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for checking out another video. In today's video we have another transformation. As you can see, my guy here hasn't had a haircut in ages. What we're going to do is do some graduation on the sides and a nice slick back haircut with a high taper. It's an absolute banger. I hope you enjoy. So we're going to start this haircut off by wetting the hair down, and then we're going to place in a triangular section on top. Quick little tip when placing in these sections, remember to groom all of the hair with the finer side of the comb into your hand, and then as you just seen, I'll twist the hair into a little bun and that will help be able to put that clip in a little bit easier. We just come in and set in our first diagonal section, going backwards towards the nape of the head, and we're going to create a triangular shape on the sides of this graduation, taking our fingers quite close and tight into the head. This will allow us to not have too much overhang when we come in with our clippers later underneath. And now we're going to over direct our section to the previous section just to maintain a nice shape on the sides. As you can see, we're taking that nice and short into the back, but don't worry about cutting the hair at the bottom of the nape because our clip is going to come into that later, and that's going to take this process to make it a little bit longer than what it has to be. Right, so we're now doing the same steps on the other side. As you can see, we're keeping those sections nice and clean. Another tip is keep the finger on the top of the comb. This will help you direct in which way you want to take the section. But now our knuckles are going to be facing the floor and our fingertips are going to be facing the ceiling. Again, keeping the fingers quite close to the sides of the head so there's not too much overhang. And now we're just going to set in our profile section. As you've seen, I've just sped up the clip here so you can see exactly how I set in the section, keeping that about 2 width in fingers. We're now going to come in, we're going to take our guide from the back of the crown, which we just cut before with the graduation, and we're going to follow that onto the top and keeping it a triangular shape. I'll join you back in a little bit just to kind of explain a little bit more tips on how to cut the top. As you just seen me setting another profile section now coming onto the other side of the top of the head. And when I say triangular shape, what I mean by that is at the back of the head towards the crown, it's going to be shorter compared to the top of the head. And we're going to keep that consistent all the way through. We're now coming in, just taking another triangular section, just to connect the top length into the sides. And we just followed that up by adding some product into the top, and now we're going to come in and blow dry the hair, using no nozzle at first and just our hands to roughly dry the hair, about 70% dry. We now put a nozzle on our hair dryer and we're going to follow that up with a brush to set in a desired shape. Right, so we're now going to come in with number 3 to remove the bulk right underneath that graduation which you created. Look, this is the benefit of cutting the top first. Now there's not too much work to do. If you were to come in the clippers first, there's going to be so much overhang, you won't be able to control the shape in which you used on top. And sorry, I was speaking over there. We're now coming in with the Slimline Pro. We're going to set in our ball guideline. As you can see here, as we're doing a taper, I do invert my clipper, we set in a harsh guideline. And like you just seen my comb, where you set the guideline in, on the sideburn area, you follow that into the nape area and keeping it consistent. We're now coming in the wall 1.5 guard open, just under that 3. We are stacking the guards here because we skipped the number 2. We now just close the lever and go ever so slightly to underneath where we left off. We're now going to come in and use the 1 guard open, and then we're going to follow that with a 1 guard close. This is called the descending technique, working our way down the clippers to remove that bottom line. This is a great technique when doing shorter blends like this in taper areas because it allows you to control the weight which you create. We now come in with the lever open, and then we close that ever so slightly, and then I like to follow that up and go through our steps once again just to kind of detail as we go, when we will come back later and detail a bit more. As you can see, come back in with a 1.5 guard, then we come with the 1 guard open, now close it up, and then we come with the 0.5 guard just to kind of refine. We're now going to come in and do our shape up. So we're going to start with the vertical bar and we're going to set that horizontal line in and then kind of hook it round and meet them together and just have a nice arch in the centre. And then we're going to come in after that and place in our vertical bar. Here we are, we're just coming in placing the vertical bar. We're going to keep that natural as possible while maintaining a nice sharp line. Using the brush to hold away any excess hair out of the way. And now we're going to come in with our 2 guard just under that 3 to remove the bulk furthermore. And and as you can see, look how nice that shape is on top. Look at the nice triangular shape we did with our scissors. And sorry, my camera cut out. I missed the 0.5 guard step, but we did set in our 0.5 guideline and then descended down to remove the bottom line, which goes 0.5 halfway closed and then all the way closed. And now coming in with the 1 guard open, just to kind of under the 2 guard that we set up before. Now coming in with the 1 guard closed. And then we're going to follow that up and come with the 1.5 guard, just kind of soften that under the 2, just to remove the bulk like you see here. We just come in with that. And then to soften the line between the 1 and the 2, sorry, the 0.5 and the 1.5 and the 1, I'm using a slightly shorter 1 guard, but if you don't have this 1 guard, you can use the 0.5 guard open. But then now I've just come in and we're going to come in with the 0.5 guard just to soften that line up even more. But there's still a slight line there I see, so I'm going to follow that up in a minute with our no guard, just to kind of detail, because we can go through our steps, but not all the time is that going to work perfectly. We're now going to come in and set the line around the ear, using my middle finger on my other hand as a pivot point to rest my clipper on. We're going to keep that line nice and sharp but natural around the ear, following it in that nice C motion to create that nice round sort of shape. I need to remember to take my hat off next time I record. I do apologise, I said this in the last video, I will remember the next time. But the angles are nice and that shape on top is looking banging. That fade's looking blurry. Right, so now I'm going to come in and use scissor over comb just to kind of refine the connection point between the clipper work and the scissor work on top. But as you see, there's not actually that much bulk there to connect, because we did so nicely with the graduation. We're now moving on to the other side. It looks like it's got a right little mullet here. I'm actually going to speed through the steps, but it's the whole thing. Let me know if you prefer this sort of layout or you'd rather me cut it and keep it in normal time. Comment down below what you'd rather see. Guys, thank you so much for smashing that subscribe button recently. My subscribers have been going up like crazy. This really does motivate me to keep pushing on and producing these videos. Let me tell you, when Corona is no longer a thing, hopefully, the content I've got in mind will be insane. Let me tell you that for free. If that subscribe button's still red, why don't you go down there, hit that subscribe button and make it grey. It doesn't hurt, it takes 5 seconds and it'll help me out a lot. But for now, also, after you do that, comment down below what you want to see in the next videos and I'll make sure to get that done for you. But enjoy this beat and I'll catch you in a little bit. Now after this we're going to come with our cutthroat. Oh no, tell a lie, we're going to come in and detail, and I like to use a different clipper when detailing because it has a slightly different blade on it and it helps me get to the areas in which I need to improve. But when detailing, remember to take a look away from the blend, look at the wall, look at the picture, look at your next client, look in the mirror, whatever. This lets your eyes rest and it helps you see the areas which need to be improved. We're now going to come in with the thinning scissors just to kind of soften that area. Right, we're now coming in with the cutthroat just to get that hairline nice and sharp, making sure not to push them back. Remember to keep that blade at a 45-degree angle and pull the skin the opposite direction to make sure that it doesn't tag or pull or nick. And we're going to do that on both sides. Let's have a little look back at what he came in looking like. Overgrown, out of shape, quite frankly a little bit of a mess. And boom, here's the after. If you guys have enjoyed today's video, please make sure to smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, hit the bell notification and comment down below what you want to see next, and I'll see you soon. Peace.